Drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula to get them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Under 10, under 10, 10.
From the gun, it's Locke. That's going to be caught by Judy. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
Nice catch there by the rookie out of Alabama, Jerry Jeudy, and I am fired up to see the chemistry develop between he and Drew Lock, their quarterback. And in addition, Courtland Sutton, their Pro Bowl wide receiver from last year. This might be the best pair of receivers the Broncos have had since Demaryius Bebe Thomas and Emmanuel Sanders. This should be fun for Bronco fans to watch.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
10 more yards. Complete to Melvin Gordon. 10 yards on the pickup.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Locke, open man. He completes it to Judy. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
On first down, Locke under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Check, 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 check.
Another try after the first down sack. Locke. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now, just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. Jerome Baker right there in coverage. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Locke working out of the gun. He's going to go for a big play downfield. The Dolphins do the job defensively there, and now it brings up 4th.
I'm not sure it made a difference on that play, but one thing to keep in mind, here in the early part of the year during a day game, the sun does play a factor on deep balls.
For the Bronco field goal, a 53-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. Oh, he just did tuck it into the bottom of that left corner. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number one. Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. Open man, here's Foster. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Down Miami.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Tua going to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
They ain't got a chance, bud. They ain't got a chance.
Intercepted. The Broncos take over 1st and 10.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. He was solid on the field goal, but not as solid on the kickoff there, and that'll put him at the 40-yard line to start this drive. Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. They'll start by running the option to the right. A pitch back. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards. It moves the sticks.
Run there by Matt Breida, and he spent the early part of his career in San Francisco sharing the backfield and sharing the ball. What you really want with him, open space and make sure he's touching it because he can take it from 0 to the end zone in a very short amount of time.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
At the Broncos' 43-yard line.
Tua, fast pass outside complete. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs as we just saw there.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down. And he slings one that's incomplete.
Speed is the name of the game when it comes to RPOs, and sometimes you can be a little too quick, thus inaccurate, incomplete.
3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. jet sweep. Here's Grant. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Well, they gave up a few yards there, but all in all, I think it's a pretty nice job defensively against the jet sweep. If they don't slow him up, he might take it to the house, so they'll take that play every time on the defensive side of the ball.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. Sanders' kick is good. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the 3rd quarter. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Block now to throw. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And that one heck of a run right there. Once he got loose, you could tell that he was going to run a long way. That was pretty impressive.
And there's an old chestnut of an expression called getting on your horse. And I hate to use it, but I'm going to right here because it absolutely applies. How about the head of steam he had behind him? He was absolutely galloping downfield. That was something to see.
And if you're wondering how fast he was going, next-gen stats clocked him at close to 21 miles an hour.
At the 46-yard line.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 46. Lock on the give. It's Lindsey. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
On 2nd down, it's Gordon. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
And movement by one of the Broncos up front, and in comes the flag. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Shaq Lawson's one of those guys that after a while you quit just trying to define him by a position. Defensive end, outside linebacker, doesn't matter. He knows how to get upfield and spill some plays.
So disruptive. What makes him so disruptive?
I think it's strength. If you see his upper body, I mean, he's got some strength up there and some really good hands, but he's got some surprising quickness as well to get him upfield.
And he takes it all the way down to the 3. A big hitter. That one goes for 40 yards. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the 2nd level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the 2nd level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
I know he might be a little winded after that previous long run, but now you're in goal-to-goal situation. That changes what you do defensively, and it worked for them on that play.
Maybe trying to reward him after that long run. We'll see if they go back to him again on the ground. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll try and punch it in. Gordon. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
The Miami defense trying to keep him out. They haven't let him in yet. Can they hold again here on 3rd and goal? They give it off here to the tight end. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. Jake Butt, his first touchdown on the year. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game.
Certainly there are good things about quick strike offenses that score fast, but a long drive can also work to your advantage as well.
In so many ways, Brandon, because number one, you get them tired, but the big one is mentally. They can't figure out how to slow you down, how to get off the field, how to get the ball back. They go to the bench wondering, what are we going to do next time in order to stop those guys?
Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it.
25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Breida. He'll have a 1st down past the 40. And he's out of bounds, but not before a big pickup that time on what's going to wind up being the final play of the 3rd quarter. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. The throw here caught by Devontae Parker. Past the 20. And all the way down to the 7-yard line.
Well, fair to say that when you're looking at guys that can run like the wind, you often find them at the wide receiver position, and that was special there.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. They run again with Breida. Closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Matt Breida, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins have broken our tie as they take the lead. Obviously a huge touchdown for their team, but a big touchdown for a rookie quarterback here to be able to break the tie in the 4th quarter.
And he just shook off all the pressure, too. Because when you think about it, tie ball game, rookie quarterback, most of them are thinking, don't make a mistake. Instead, this young man just said, I'll make a play.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And they will take a 7-point lead.
And this will make it into the end zone. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it.
25-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. They'll start on the ground. This is Gordon on first down. And some room to maneuver. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25.
You know, Melvin Gordon is very effective getting to the perimeter. But being a former University of Wisconsin Badger means you know how to run the ball inside and with power as well. I also like the fact that he's a weapon in the passing game. Had as many as 58 catches in a season. Throw it to him in space and look out.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that'll make it second and short.
Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
To throw again on second down. Locke able to get this to Gordon. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 11 yards there, first down.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the fourth. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's first and 10. Now Locke. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. Philip Lindsay, the intended target. That'll bring up second down.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Here's second and 10 now from the 29. To throw again. Locke eluding the pressure right. Looking sideline, incomplete. He was trying to find Noah Fant, the tight end, and it's third down.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is third and long. Now Locke again. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Nick Needham picks it off. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
The big man, Jarrell Casey, in on the stop. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6. Here's Tua. Going deep here for Parker. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to fourth down.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on third down.
We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining.
Hey, good job, baby, good job.
So it's Bronco football as we get your reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Flush to his right. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And all the way down to the 40-yard line. It's a big play there for the Broncos. 42 yards.
Now you're right on the edge of field goal range. You've still got time, but get up to the line of scrimmage and get set.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Fakes the give to Gordon. Now here's Locke to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. They'll look to throw. He'll buy some time right. He'll try and run it. There he goes inside the 30. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a 1st down. To throw. Got Gordon open, completes it. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
Inches at the 19-yard line.
Dancing to his left. He'll run it. Oh, no, he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins.
On the keeper. Recovered by Miami.
And what is going on here? Are they serious? 1st down, and they're in punt formation. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, this is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because...
And now nothing but green ahead of him. 20, 10, and he's in for the touchdown with the clock reading triple zeros. And the extra point, if they hit it, will send this thing to overtime.
Well, there's no doubt they just seized the momentum with that one. They can go ahead and kick the extra point here and ride that home wave on into overtime.
Now for the all-critical extra point. And no sweat. He puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes. And look at this. They're going to try an onside kick to begin overtime. And the Broncos are going to get the football. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll be down to just one remaining as we step aside here in overtime.
That might be it right there. I think that's the lucky way, y'all.
Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. The 20. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters what you wanted, but how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for the Broncos, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. And they'll have another home date next week as the Kansas City Chiefs come to town. Meanwhile, for Miami, the losses are piling up as they drop to 1-5 now. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long.
Take another L. Designer on me, this they new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drill. Yeah, champion, yeah, we here. Yeah, this the winning team. 6 rings with a pinky ring. Everybody used to picking me, now I'm the one that they picking. Snakes out, they hissing, but I can't hear it when the crowd screams. Still balling like an offspring. This for all the ones that doubted me. Gotta lose once to be a true winner. Only want the hunters with the blues in it. In blood across it where the blood thinner. Juice stay turned like, you know. I've been through that water like Olympic swimmers. Only bread and butter what we ate for dinner. So I had to dream it till the dream is bigger. Only want the gold, we don't need the silver. Gotta be number 1, number 2 never count. Used to have bubble guts competition, now point them out. Making my babies proud, wanna call my mama a house. Coming straight out the south, gotta know juice to end the drought. Yeah, I buy like 23. Won't fall again and I put that on me. Yeah, I feel the way, my heart all on my sleeve. Yeah, that's why I had to put my wrist on freeze. Come for the win, can't take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drill. Yeah, champion, yeah, we here. Reaching my goals, I do not feel ashamed. I'm a dog, I'm a beast, and I cannot be tamed. I don't do it for fame, it's the love for the game. I go in like I'm trained. I'm prepared for the rain, they amazed. I ain't break from the sticks and stones they threw. Anything that you can do, I can do it better than you. No matter what I do, achieve, still got something to prove. I spent the check on the diamond cross, but still ain't paid my dues. Gotta be number 1, number 2 never count. Used to have bubble guts competition, now point them out. Making my babies proud, wanna call my mama a house. Coming straight out the south, gotta know juice to end the drought. Yeah, I buy like 23. Won't fall again and I put that on me. Yeah, I feel the way, my heart all on my sleeve. Yeah, that's why I had to put my wrist on freeze. Coming for the win, can't take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drill. Yeah, champion, yeah, we here.
Yeah, I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. I turn the knob, can't resist, I'm incredible. Yeah, came for the dollars, call it vegetable. Then I did the dash, can I catch me, bro? Ooh, then I did the dash, can I catch me, whoa? Your whole team solo mission. Running up the charts, I'm a fool, dog. Turn the whole field to a schoolyard. Bunch of students ain't eating round here. I'm the GOAT, little man, and I made it loud